Are you feeling anxious preparing for upcoming tryouts this season? Maybe you're a newcomer and are just interested in joining a team sport for the upcoming season, or perhaps you're an avid volleyball player interested in making your high school team in order to further your career. Whether it's junior varsity level or varsity, here's some of the key steps into making your volleyball team that your future coaches will be looking for. Familiarize yourself with the game. One of the first steps to becoming a well-developed volleyball player is to know the game, along with its rules. The first thing your prospective coach will be looking for is if you're knowledgeable on the game. There's no sense in offering a position to a player who doesn't know that double touching the ball or running into the net will cause you to make your team suffer with outs or fouls. According to WikiHow, searching the web for the basic rules of volleyball as well as relevance to your part in the game will be helpful starts before even walking out on the court. One of the most helpful sites available on the web would be playersports.net, where they can give you a more intense rundown of all the ins and outs of the game, because if you don't know the game and how it runs, you'll be confused during the game and will only put your team to a disservice. There's also a difference in rules from on-the-court volleyball compared to beach volleyball, so stay cautious of that as well. Be prepared before tryouts. Being prepared before tryouts is also a key to your success in the long process. Studies show that at least 60 minutes of practice a day, 2 weeks before your tryouts, will be more beneficial than practicing all day long. Taking interval periods of time throughout each day to prepare by practicing the basic skills like bumping, setting, and spiking will increase your chances of making the team if you can show ability to perform in these simple but very crucial aspects of the game. According to WikiHow, running short distances each day will also help with building up your endurance, but warns that running long distances can affect your vertical jump in a negative way. Whether you believe it or not, coaches can actually tell if you've come prepared for tryouts or not, and are more likely to show interest in a player who is willing to put their own outside time into practicing. Building up your endurance and muscle strength. Building up your endurance as well as muscle and strength will set you apart from someone who is weak and unable to keep up with the intensity that the game of volleyball asks for from a player. Steps to increase your strength would be simple tasks such as doing 30 to 50 push-ups a day to help with serving and spiking depending on your position of choice. As stated above, running a short distance and time a day will help you build your endurance to keep up with the fast-paced level the game of volleyball has. With making a high school level volleyball team comes training and workouts. If you don't want to stick out as someone who can't keep up with the rest of the team, starting to prepare early on with working out and training will only increase your chances of making the team. Sign up for a summer sports camp. Most high schools offer camps for youth taught and mentored by high school coaches and athletes with experience on those teams. Summer camp provides not only mentoring by a high school coach, but also new training techniques and teaching of new skills to develop coming from the coach themselves. The most crucial part about a summer camp is that if you do take one with the high school coaches, you are already knowledgeable in how they are as a coach, and this will expose you to the coach as well. If you're a memorable player, perhaps the coach will remember you and will increase your chances of making the team. Summer camp also helps you develop skills in teamwork, as you are learning how to work with the other players in your camp. Teamwork and sportsmanship are important aspects of your personality as a player to expose to your potential coach when trying out. You could be the best player on the team, but do not work well with your teammates, and that will only bring your team down by performing this way. Exposing yourself to a new coach and new instructors also helps develop your self-esteem and trust within the system, as you'll be doing so when trying out for a new team like your high school's team. Get noticed during tryouts. One of the most important steps to potentially making the team is being at the tryout and getting noticed. Some suggestions for getting noticed would include wearing bright colors, potentially a name tag to identify you more personally, as well as being preppy and energized. A coach is going to notice your positive energy and want that for his or her team more than someone who is nervous or so concerned about making the team that it takes away from your personality or game. Another positive way to get noticed is to ask questions. This shows that you're willing to try harder and also take critiques and want to learn more. A prospective coach wants a player who wants to expand their growth in the game, not just stay the same. High school sports tryouts can be a crucial time for some athletes, potentially deciding their fate on what they are really going to focus on in high school. Following a few of these key steps along with being confident going into tryouts will help set you apart from your competitors and make you feel strong leaving tryouts, knowing that you did the best that you could.